I helped rescue a family from the flooding Drought River. I never expected to be called out in Doodsbenoud, which is in the Lowveld, which is considered a dry area, to do a rescue in a sand river.
Wanneer mense reis deur die droë gedeeltes van Suid-Afrika, byvoorbeeld in die droë gedeeltes van die Laagveld, kom mens dikwels droë rivierbeddings teen. En dit is ook dikwels so dat mens sien dat baie hierdie rivierbeddings kruis. En dit skep natuurlik die idee dat daar selde of ooit water vloei.
The people went into town, came back, forgot something, went back into town, and then tried to cross it for the 4th time. And by that time, they hadn't realized how deep the river had got.
Net 60 centimeter water is genoeg om enige standaard voertuig van die grond op te lig en weg te voer. So daar's 'n geweldige krag opgesluit in vinnig vloeiende water.
And they went across when they were about halfway. What happens is when you get into a big current, the engine part of the vehicle is fine, but the back lifts up. So the rear end of the vehicle swung round, and thank goodness for them, it got stranded on a sandbank. Without being on the sandbank, they would have been in serious trouble. The first approach we did was to go up and try and come in next to it, and we hit the sandbar, we hit and everybody jumped forward, we cavitated, lost power. And also it was very difficult keeping power because the prop had debris on it the whole time.
So onder die water kon daar byvoorbeeld boomtakke gewees het of selfs bome wat nou onder water is. Daar kon ook rotse gewees het wat byvoorbeeld die motorvoertuig en die motorboot kon tref.
We had to be pretty nervous. They were sitting on top of the roof of the boat, or the car. The water was rising by the minute, but we got the gentleman's son, the Swiss gentleman's son, on board. And then we made it to the bank because I didn't want to carry too many people, and also I didn't have enough life vests on the boat. The second time when we decided, no, we're going to go up and bump into the car, that was perfect. And from taking 3 or 4 minutes on the first one, that one was just rove up. We came up next to the vehicle. He jumped off, just walked onto the boat, and it was absolutely spot on. The Drought is a seasonal river, and not often do we have it coming down and flood. If we're extremely lucky, once or twice a year.
Maar hierdie riviere is dikwels seisoonaal, wat beteken dat hulle net in die somerreënvalseisoen vloei. En in sommige gevalle vloei hierdie riviere net sommige seisoene. Is dit belangrik om te besef dat 'n donderstorm wat nie net by die plek waar jy tans is nie, maar wat ook stroomop voorkom, uiteindelik 'n blitsvloed kan veroorsaak op die gebied waar jy jou tans bevind.
It had been raining for a couple of days beforehand. On the morning of the rescue, the rain let up, but our little river here came down and flooded, and the Drought came down about 6 hours later. So we had a good, steady, hard rain for nearly 2 days.
En dit gebeur dikwels in die Mpumalanga en Limpopo gebied, wanneer ons 'n groot tropiese weerstelsel het, wat vir 'n paar dae reënval veroorsaak oor dieselfde streek. Nogtans, wanneer so 'n weerstelsel voorkom, reën dit vir 2 tot 5 dae aaneen. In hierdie geval word die grond geleidelik versadig en uiteindelik word 'n punt dan bereik waar die water gekanaliseer word na die naaste stroom of rivier. En in hierdie geval kyk ons dan dikwels na veel grootskaalse vloedgebeurtenis.
Possibly our flood levels now are a little bit higher than previously thought. And I think people don't realize the force of nature.
En omdat die riviere so selde in vloed is, word daar nie werklik voorsiening gemaak vir die enkele kere waar die riviere dan wel in vloed is nie. Dit is hoekom hierdie streke dan baie gevaarlik is om in rond te beweeg ten tye van intense donderstorms.
We lived in Botswana for 10 years, and I got very into fishing with my eldest son. So when we got the phone calls to said, please come and help, would you help? Kevin and I immediately said, no problem. And from my tennis days, the name of the boat is Game, Set, Match, which when I'm on the water, just kind of sums it up. This is cool, I love water, I love being out there.
So die Algemene Raad van Weerdienste reg oor die wêreld in areas van blitsvloede of grootskaalse vloede is om te draai en aan die lewe te bly eerder as om te probeer om so 'n stroom te oorsteek.
They were very grateful that they could get somebody who was prepared to do it. As a result of the rescue, the boat now is always kitted out, the batteries are charged, and we're ready to go, not only for a rescue, but to go fishing.